Now, in today's world, I mean, I know you work with a lot of younger filmmakers, camera people and stuff. A lot of times, I find that they are so enthralled with the gear. They're so like it's the latest this or the latest 8K that or the latest Red or the latest Alexa or HD, Sony or whatever, and they're not focusing on story. Would you agree on that?
Yeah. I mean, I mean, look, I sell gear, but I'm going to tell you something that's really bad. That up until when we did Light and Shadow, I don't know if you saw that show
Yo,
that we
so
did. Where
fantastic, fantastic, yeah.
yeah, that's probably one of the favorite pieces that we've made.
Hmm.
We shot that on a tape-based Varicam.
Okay.
That wasn't that long ago.
Yeah. When was that? When
So
did that get released?
2012, no, 2013.
So you were
So
still on.
five
You
years
were.
ago,
Yeah. The hard
tape.
drive. Yeah. Yeah. Hard drives were still coming up.
Oh no, they had C300s and all this stuff.
Right.
We didn't want to. We don't. Jens likes to have an E&G zoom lens, like a $27,000 lens,
Hmm.
where he can do that. So like when we were interviewing people and you feel the little heartstrings coming, he does a very light zoom right in there so that it right into the eyes and it really builds the emotion.
Hmm.
And uh, we didn't use any Zacuto gear for a long time.
Hmm.
Now, this TV pilot that we did, we actually shot with a C300 Mark II, and we
Hmm.
used all our gear, and it was nice. But you don't need gear. I mean, look, I sell gear, but I mean, if you can afford it, and that's wonderful. But what you said is absolutely true. And I want to do a show. You could actually be on this show if you want.
Sure.
The show I want to do it was going to be the very first live show we did, but it just didn't seem to work out. We had some technical issues. But if I were to give you 10 items like script, rehearsals, food, tripod, camera,
Right.
lights, sound man, what order would you put those in as if you were going to budget for those and spend money on them? Camera and gear for me come at the bottom.
Right.
Food is number one.
Hmm.
You can't shoot without food. People do budgets and they never figure that what 4 meals a day is going to be for everyone on your set.
Hmm.
Rehearsals number two. Well, script is number one. Food is number two. Rehearsals is number three. Script doctoring is number four. People say, "Oh wow, I must have went through 9 rounds of script doctoring on my script because I thought it was great, but when I went to the script doctor, he would be like, "How about this?" And you'd be like, "Oh my God, yeah, that's so right. It creates so much more conflict."
Right.
That's what they do. So don't get hung up on gear.
Isn't it amazing that we're the only industry that I can even think of that asks what tool you use, as opposed to like, a carpenter, like what brand of hammer are you using? Or plumber, what kind of plunger are you using? Is it this kind of plunger? Because I heard that one's the best. It's fascinating, isn't it? Like, you have producers now that ask about that, where I think that is something that came up pretty much since kind of like when the Reds came out, where the producers started getting
I would
savvy.
agree.
Yeah, when they started getting savvy, like, is it a Red? Is it an Alexa? Is it a Genesis?
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff, right?
It doesn't really matter. I mean, to be honest with you, they're not going to tell you this fact, but still, I think 75% of all TV films are shot with an Alexa at 2.5K.
Mm-hmm. Right. Right.
I mean, they don't even meet the mandate,
For
for
Netflix.
4K. Right. But I still think somehow they're getting their stuff on there. I don't know, because everywhere you go, all you see is people using Alexas. Yes, they're using Red cameras, but we had an interesting conversation yesterday here. We had somebody here from Germany that wants us to take 2 gratical eyes or something and make use them for operations,
Mm-hmm.
in 3D.
Mm-hmm.
So we're doing a 3D dual eye gratical thing.
Nice.
And he's like, "But is it 4K?" I'm like, "No, when you use the 2 of them together, it's 2.5. People are going to want 4K." I'm like, I'm like, you will not. Your eye isn't capable of resolving that much resolution an inch from your face.
Right.
It's not possible. You max out at a certain level, And he's like, and would I make a 4K EVF? Yeah, I would, because people buy on numbers, but it's not going to look any better.